What's up everybody, and welcome to your second 20-second JavaScript tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be going over some very basic math objects and basic math functions that you guys are going to be using in your future programming. Now this is going to be a real quick tutorial because the rest of the tutorials from here on out are going to be pretty advanced. So this is probably going to be one of your last basic tutorials. And again, in this tutorial we're going to be using another object, and we're going to be working with the document write object to be using the math function with some built-in functions such as round and random. So let's get started, and the first thing that we want to type is document, and this tells JavaScript that we're going to be working on the web page itself. JavaScript calls that the document, and we're going to want to write something on it, so just put write. We used alert before, but since we're going to be, and we could put alert right here. Well, actually this will make it a lot easier. Just do this, so never mind the last couple things I said. But as you can see in your object, which this is a browser object because it's part of the browser, you're going to want to add two empty parameters. Now inside those parameters, since we're using a math function, type in the word math. Now the next thing you type after this is going to be different. All math functions begin with the word math, and then you type period, and then you type what math function do you want to perform. Now these aren't functions you just make up. JavaScript has built-in functions which you can find probably on a JavaScript website or something, but I'm just going to give you guys a couple of examples. The first one, called the round function, rounds a number. Now if you're saying, alright, what number does it round exactly? Well, that's what you have to give it. Now as you see, we have parameters and we put math round in here. Now aside from these, we're going to add two different parameters and put in any number we want. Let's put in 3.14159, which is the beginning of pi. Now as you can see, if we save this and go and refresh it in our browser, hold on, run launch in Firefox, 3.159 has now rounded to 3. Now what the JavaScript math round function does is round it to any whole number, with 0.5, if you remember, rounding up to 4. Now if you're wondering, alright, but what if we have a negative number? Well, let's see. Let's say we have negative 5.89. Now if we save this and refresh this in our browser, as you can see, it still rounds to the nearest whole number. Now, as you remember, a whole number can be either negative or positive. So make sure you remember that when using math round. Now, another real basic one, and one of my favorite functions that I use all the time, is called math random. And what this does is generate a random number for you. Now as you can see, this parameter right here is going to be totally empty, since why would you want to give it a number if it's just going to generate a random one? So let's save this and refresh this, and as you can see, JavaScript gives you a random number. Now if you think this is pretty worthless, then think again, because anytime you're building like a game or something and you said you want something to happen half the time, just this is something you do along with some other code that says, alright, pick a random number 1 to 100. If it's below 50, do this. If it's above 50, do this. And that's how people get things to happen half the time randomly, like if you're making an online slot machine or something. So again, the math round function and the math random function are two very basic built-in math functions that use the math object. So study these, and just to get your basics. If you want to learn more math functions, they should be on a million different websites, but I'm not going to go over them all. Just wanted to show you guys the basics of how JavaScript math works. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and as I said, the next tutorials we're going to be getting into some more advanced JavaScript. So make sure you subscribe if you like my videos. Thanks.